morning. It's the new moon time. We have the new moon coming. It's in Gemini. It's tomorrow on the 4th and over the weekend. And we're in a Gemini time right now. So we have a lot of energy picking up pace. And let me introduce myself. I'm Michelle Infinity. And I hope you guys are all doing well. I know we had this huge breakthrough of energy last week. And so a lot of this build-up, this compression, and some of you might still be in it because there's a grand cross happening this weekend with the full moon, with the new moon. So but for me, more than a time of tension, I'm noticing it's a time of change and a time of transmutation. And it's an alchemical time where we are kind of shape-shifting, which is a very Gemini quality, is to be able to be a chameleon and to be able to change. Here, let's do that. There you go. Perfecto. So I'm noticing, what am I noticing about this energy? And what do I want to give to you? What I want to give is an expansion of a topic that I mentioned last week, which is about aligning to your own highest nature. So it's about aligning to walking within your divinity and recognizing your divine self and aligning to that. So, for example, we have the ego within us, and we have our divine self. We have our divine nature, and we have our ego. But what are we identifying with in our day-to-day level, and how can we recognize that we are divine and walk in our divinity, and then allow that to be more of our identification than anything else in our whole entire lives? If we are able to do that, and when we practice doing that, we will experience that in the world. The world itself will change because we are changed within. And that is enlightenment in a way. I mean, not to like woo, but that's kind of what it is. So, there's a couple of tools that I want to suggest in order to talk about how do we do that. And one thing, first is breathing, right? Breathing, drinking coffee, maybe. So the birds are reminding me right now, it's about tuning into the frequency and the harmony of what is around us. So one way to do that is to be in tune and in harmony with our environment, with our actual, with noticing and being present with every little thing that's going on in our scenario, in our world, in our present moment, and then accepting it, saying yes to it, loving it, listening for what is needed from you, from your heart, from your soul, and then presenting that as a gift in service to the all of creation. That way we are in the flow. We are only comfortable in our own skin. We are only happy. We are only feeling like we're plugged into to God when we are in service. And when we are in service to the higher picture, there is no separation. If we live in this service, in this knowledge that there's no separation, not only a knowledge, but an embodiment of it, because we are practicing our truth, our divine truth, our soul truth, which is that we are connected to every other aspect of the cosmos and in service to it. It's a way of walking like we're offering love, walking in beauty, giving love, just being in humble service to God. But there's a heart connection that comes from that. You do it out of devotion. It's very bhakti yoga. You do it out of devotion and love. It's also Native American wisdom as well, which are the two wisdoms that I love the most. So, of course, I'd be sharing this message. So this helps us be in our horizontal alignment, because our horizontal alignment is how we interact with everything else in the world, that plane of view. But in order to really grok this, in order to really understand this, in order to really embody our spirits, the most important is our vertical alignment. And our vertical alignment is the way that we interact and engage with ourselves, the way that we talk to ourselves, how kind we are to ourselves, how easy we are on ourselves, how much fun we allow ourselves to have. In the new energy, and this is like kind of a platform stepping into, so we're all going through this transformation. I've been talking about it for a very long time, and we are becoming more of who our souls really are on the earth. And we're being led by our souls in this, through this uncertain transformation process that we are now, like, before we've felt it coming, and now we're like actually turning into the thing, the butterfly, right? And in the fall we'll be like, we have new wings. And then next year's we'll be like practicing flying. And so that's how I see the cycle of time that we're in. But what we get to do is we get to say yes to our new life and, oh God, release the past. But in order to say yes completely, morning, to our new life, we have to allow ourselves to actually be on that next level, which is aligning to the divine, because the divine is eternal within us. So that part is always there. But like, it's okay to be happy, you know? And that's something that I just want to share. Like, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to have things go well. It's okay to be manifesting what you've wanted to manifest, to be in it, to live your life, and to celebrate it. That's totally okay. And I think that sometimes we forget that it's okay that things go well. So that's all I want to say about that. I don't want to get too off the train. So back to our vertical alignment. Our vertical alignment is very important because our vertical alignment is the way that we recognize and acknowledge and respect ourselves and our own divinity. If you don't do God a service by beating yourself up. And yet it's a habit pattern that we all get into very much, that we're very hard on ourselves. And what the better way of being is acknowledging that you have something to offer, acknowledging that you have a gift, acknowledging that you are a part of this divine creation, that there's a dance and you're in it, and you're able to express yourself in this dance, and then just, seeing what happens, like living your life as an adventure and allowing yourself to explore and play, like a child, but in a way that is refined and understanding of your soul. It's a definite balance between your child energy, this wondrous energy, and your wisdom energy, and integrating those two. And then the one more thing I wanted to share about integration real quick is you might notice that we had a cycle. It culminated in March. It went from August, this lesson that we just all learned together, August, and then March was the peak, and then now it just ended in May. So one chapter of learning closed, boom. And then at the end of this month, there's another one, but it's in regards to Pluto, and that was a much longer cycle. So there's always light coming. We're in these cycles of death and rebirth and letting go, and a lot of people, myself included, are letting go of things right now that we have identified with very, very closely. But what's more important is aligning to our soul and our eternal nature, and allowing ourselves to become the vessel for our spirits, and really recognize that we are divine sparks of light walking this earth, allowing ourselves to be in a bridge between heaven and earth, and letting go of all of those thoughts that are not in alignment with that, and not listening to them, and just allowing ourselves to be in service to the all. So I hope this video serves you. I hope that this video is in service to all in that way, and that you took something and that you resonated with it. And yeah, it's my privilege to serve all of you in this way, and to see you and to love you. And if you need service, if you need readings or any kind of anything, you let me know. And yeah, that'll be it. And may we all be bridges to the light together. And may we all shine and remember who we are and allow ourselves to be the vessels, the sacred containers for our soul's embodiment. Because that is the most important thing that we can do. Aho, namaste. And so it is. In love, light, and warrior spirit, this is Michelle Infinity.